Ladies and gentlemen, despite rumours to the contrary, the situation is not desperate.
God has endowed the British race with a worldwide empire. That have over the heathen are the victories of the nobler soul in man.
God save the Queen!
God save free! God save free! God save free! All together!
Though we be on the far side of the world, this ship is our home. This ship is England.
Sorry if it blew your eardrums out. It blew mine out. Freaking hellfire. I suppose the only way it should be played is loud. But welcome, everyone. The situation is not desperate at all. We will say no to demoralization, okay? But we are here today for a very short time. It won't be a long one. We're just going to react. We're going to do our traditional welfare check on Millennial Woes, because he has appeared. Say his name 3 times and he shall appear. He has appeared. So that's what we're going to do. It's not over, someone special. It's not over. No, absolutely not. I am fundamentally, philosophically, politically opposed to this demoralization. And I do feel it is my freaking duty this year, if nothing else, than not just to have a go at Millennial Woes as a person. I'm not doing that. I know some of you will take it that way. You will be irked by it or whatever, because you're like, I don't know, deeply nostalgic for Millennial or Millennial Woes or whatever. But because of his position and how he has framed himself, and now 11 years into this project of his that everybody believes is like a cornerstone of nationalist energy, I do feel somebody has to point out the bleak despair within it. I'm fundamentally, philosophically opposed to the whole fucking thing of it being dark, demoralizing, and anyway, how are you tonight, Claire?
I'm very well. I'm very, very pleased with my new paid StreamYard, and you'll be impressed when you come to do your Karani Yule with me.
Excellent.
I think it's more impressive than yours, actually.
Oh, really? Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that is setting your stall. That is setting your stall.
I'm just asking people, come and have a look at mine, and they won't. So I'll just have to wait.
Claire Core is now a Christmas tradition. That's why she's here. You wouldn't have it any other way. I know this. So
I know it's great to be part of a long nationalist tradition, I suppose.
yes, for half as long as Millennial Woes has been doing Millennial, we have been doing the companion show. So, and by the way, like I said, few announcements at the start. This isn't going to be, 20 streams of SJJ just having a go at Millennial Woes. Traditionally, we do a couple. Like here's Millennial, it's started. Let's poke fun and have a laugh at it all. And then maybe we'll talk about it once or twice again later on. I don't know what else SJJMAS has in store for this year, if anything at all. But it isn't just, shitfest on Millennial Woes. Last year, I did my own thing entirely. Something like, I don't know, 30 streams, 30 interviews. We'll see what happens this year. The other thing to say at the start of the show is, I don't want your money. Don't give me your money. I don't need it. what I would like you to do is invest in yourself. If you feel inclined to throw money at me, please go to Coinbase, open yourself up an account, and buy yourself some Ethereum. That's what I would like you to do for yourself, for your
And a
children,
copy
not for,
of the Quranism.
and go to Amazon and buy Claire's books, Secular Quranism, I guess.
Said through gritted teeth.
Yes, if you must. If you want a piece of coal for Christmas. Okay, let's get down to it. Yesterday, Millennial Woes did appear. By the way, he did appear. Here he is. By the way, if you missed yesterday's show, we watched the trailer. The trailer that he put out. It was... Oh, hold on, I've got an echo. It was an incredibly bleak affair. I didn't know what to say to it live. I was shocked. It felt like utter demoralization. And I just felt like I had to push back on it. It has actually already inspired edits by other people. Here is a... By the way, before we get into watching Woes, I just feel I must share this edit that friend of the channel, well, he might not want to be known as friend of the channel. So, mortal enemy of the SJJ channel, Cyberchud International Affairs, has already created an edit of Millennial Woes' 2025 trailer, based upon just how fucking bleak and like horrifying what he's put together is. This is like the reimagined version, which is epic in its own right.
Join us on a luxury journey. Find conversations with good company in the plushest of surroundings. Have a rest, or just some peace and calm. All is possible on the Millennial Express. It'll be the journey of a lifetime.
So dark. Exactly. It's like the Blair Witch Project, isn't it? This is Millennial Woes' idea of a good time at Christmas, scaring the little children. I mean, what the fuck? Anyway, pardon my French. Sorry, everyone. Look. So yeah, creepy, choo choo. At least the train was there. So, Cyberchud International Affairs there with the edit. Go subscribe to him, and he's on Twitter too. Here he is on Twitter, posting the edits. I may say within 24 hours, by the way, and it even had a train. Okay, it took Woes 3 months to put together that thing that we watched yesterday, and it did not have a train. So now, yesterday, Millennial Woes did appear in all his glory. So we're going to watch it. Claire, have you seen it yet?
I have.
Oh, you have. Okay. Well, without further ado, everyone. No, not that type of Jew. Without further ado, here is... Adieu. Here is what we've all been waiting for. 11 months of preparation, working 7 days a week for 16 hours per day. I kid you not, this is the claim that is made, by the way. 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. And now, after 11 years, all the support of the community, all the anticipation, all the energy, all the pumped up, the want from the community, here we are, 11 years in the making.
Welcome to your late night lock-in with the vile vlogger.
Yes. What do you think he has on the fire, Claire? Oh,
Hello, and welcome to Millennial 2025. This
What do you
is
mean?
just the prologue AMA,
you know,
a technical test, really.
by the way, this is not my audio's fine, everybody. The audio's fine.
The audio is working. That's the most important thing.
We had a few,
As
about,
I say,
what,
this
5
is
minutes of
a
Boomer
technical
Tech?
test.
Of not being able to
5
hear
minutes
him?
of Boomer Tech, I think we get. Yeah,
Anxious, as you would expect.
here it is.
Okay, let's see. Can everyone let me know? I'm looking at the Odyssey chat just now.
Like I say,
Oh,
11
where's the Odyssey?
months,
Move this closer.
16 hours a day, 7
Okay,
days a
someone in
week,
the Odyssey chat let
11
me
years
know,
in the
can you hear
making.
me or not?
Here we are.
So Cyberchud is not a friend of, not a supporter of Millennial Woes, but I mean, he's
No,
done
no.
a parody that was excellent in Debbie.
Yes, I must point out, Cyberchud does, he would hate to, I'm sure he would hate to be associated with my views on things. So, I'm just saying, I just found this edit online. Just saying, I found this edit online by Cyberchud International Affairs. I think he's made it in good camaraderie. So, I don't wish I don't wish to associate my opinions with his. I think his is made in good camaraderie or whatever.
Right.
There's no need for
Okay.
him to be expelled from, the little clique or whatever if he's in it or something, based upon the fact that
Well,
he's
he
made a
hasn't been
parody video.
invited to the banquet.
Yeah, he's a good lad. So, listen, I'm very aware of the fact that my reputation may besmirch others if I associate them with myself. So I don't want to do that. Anyway, don't want to get anybody into any trouble. So, but here we are. Yep. So look, here he is, Millennial Woes in all his glory. What the fuck is going on here, Claire?
That's a shame.
What the heck is going on?
There's no Christmas
It's
tree.
quiet. Audio's almost non-existent.
There are no nice
Audio is
lights.
low. Damn. All right, let's see.
What about the state that we see before us as well? I mean, can it go unsaid? It can't go unsaid. I mean, what an absolute disheveled mess we're in here. What the heck is going
Well,
on?
he did say he managed to get himself a haircut.
He has had a haircut at least. Hasn't tidied his room, said Brutus. Is this old clip?
But he could have
this
done the
was
green
last-
screen thing, right?
Bob Altberger here thinks that I'm playing clips from 2015. No, this was yesterday.
This was
last
yesterday.
night, after 11 years of preparation. Millennial Woes is literally sat in a garbage dump, surrounded by bags of trash, unable to get a microphone working. I mean, what the literal freaking flipping heck is going on?
I have actually ordered. As you can see, I'm in a different place now, and this is the first time I've live streamed from it. So, well,
He's in a new trash heap. He's in a new dump. I mean, look, this was the dump last year. I leave it down to the viewer to determine if, in fact, this is a new dump or the same dump, just with more bags of trash. I honestly don't know.
But these days you can have a background, right? You can blur your background. You can, put yourself in a castle or whatever, if you have a green screen.
Yeah, I feel like we have to zoom and enhance on this background here just to figure out what the heck is going on. Zoom and enhance here. I mean, we have beer bottles. Is this an empty pizza box? Bag of trash.
I think that's mineral water, he said,
Oh,
because
is
he
it?
stopped
Well,
drinking Coke.
right,
He
okay.
may start again.
Well, if it is, it's the posh water. But look, I mean, literally, what I have to say to this, and I'm not just being mean for the sake of it. I do think that, it's declared to be an art project. It is, by everybody around in the scene, considered the pinnacle of nationalist content creation. Everybody upholds it as the bee's knees, the literal peak of the peak. And here we have a man sat surrounded by trash after 11 years. This is not, I beseech everybody, genuinely, not to watch this with your children. Because can you imagine if, don't let your children be in the room while you're watching this. Because how are you going to explain this to your 6-year-old son who comes in and says, like, Daddy, why is the fat man sat surrounded by trash? And you're like, Donnie, come here and sit on Daddy's knee. Let me explain to you. The Jews did this to him, or something. What are you going to do? How are you going to explain this to little Donnie so that he understands what the heck is going on? You're not, so just don't. I don't think this, I don't know what else to say.
Well, the thing is, we have technology to make our surroundings look respectable with our, the backgrounds that you can get, when you're streaming and you pretend you're in a cafe or, whatever.
Very, very much so. Or you could deploy a strategic curtain or anything.
Or have this sort
Turn
of
the
wonderful fire and Christmas tree in the background
yes,
that's completely fake.
turn the camera around. Is the garbage dump to the left worse than the one on the right? Is this the best view in the house? Perhaps you could even just tidy up. I mean, there are many options available, but for whatever reason, Millennial Woes has turned up in this shambolic state. And it seems to get worse every year. And I know people won't like me saying this, but I'm the one who has to say what other people won't say. What is going on? I mean, it's gotten worse, hasn't it? It's gotten worse. Yes, he's cut his hair, I guess. But this was a year ago. At least the shelves were not as full of trash. So, and people are going to tell me, look, he's had a hard year and he's going to tell us all about it. I get it. But, don't share that with your audience at Christmas is my point. Okay, don't unload. Don't make other people who are here to have a good time be the carry your burdens. It's not the time or the place, especially not if you're making yourself a pillar of the community. Wouldn't you say so, Claire?
I agree completely.
Actually,
I'm
it's
glad
funny.
there's
It's
somebody
funny,
here
looking
to
at
keep up standards.
on the screen here, it actually
Yes,
looks like I could be in
standards
the
must
same
be
place, but
kept.
it's quite shambolic, as yeah. But I assure you, it's not the same place.
Even admits it. Ha ha ha! He says it's quite looking round at this at the garbage pile. It's quite
Here
shambolic.
it actually looks like I could be
If you can hear it, ladies and gentlemen, this is not my audio problem. He yet hasn't figured out to turn on his own
in the
microphone.
same place, but I, it's quite shambolic as yeah. But I assure you, it's not the same place. My God, the last few months. Oh fuck, moving house. Well, that's a whole thing. We'll no doubt get into that. So let's see. Is the audio better now? Do I need to
No,
bark
it's
into the
not.
microphone?
It's not any better, Woes.
Audio is not fine. Sounds like you're in the next block over. Volume too low. Ah, damn. Let's see. I could raise the volume maybe. Let's see. Automatically adjust. Okay, I'm putting it up to 200%. So, okay, how is that? Is that better or what? Can barely hear. Sounds very low. Jeez.
I mean, it has to be. Again, you're gonna say, SJJ, all you can do is tear it all down. You just want to, attack me and everything that I do. But you've had 11 months, actually 11 years to prepare for this moment. Why don't you even have a light? Can't you even... Is there no light in the room? Can't you even turn on the light? So
Let's see. What about now? I wonder how bad this is going to get. I have ordered a mic thing, a proper arm. Right now, it's just sitting on a tiny mini tripod on the table. Okay, sounds better now. There we go.
Not
Okay,
much.
get right. Okay, great. Okay, that's a huge relief. So, some reverb now, though. Oh, well, that's a shame. Let me see if I can do anything. I doubt.
I mean, it's always funny to me. Alan Bastard comes in my chat, actually, right? I think he left a comment immediately after the stream we did yesterday. And it's just like he's programmed to tell me how wonderful, how amazing Millennial Woes is. Woes is an incredible YouTuber, is the comment that he left to the last one. Like, bro. And this is like what my friend Wyvern the Terrible, who goes much further than I would like to do, to be honest, because Wyvern is in Ukraine and has a problem with all the entire scene, like carrying water for Russia. So he's much more animated and harsher about these characters than I'm prepared to go. You know, I really am just like poking fun, but he makes the point that a movement who has become deeply demoralized will accept any kind of fucking standards. You can serve up any kind of shit, and they will like thank you for it, and then pay you for it, and venerate you for it, and they won't. There is a complete lack of standards when the thing is demoralized. When a people, a group are demoralized. You know, so to come in and say and tell me that this is the peak of YouTubing, I'm sorry, it's not. And you know, bullying is helpful. You have to be bullied to get better.
Hold on.
Somebody has to tell you to clean your room. You know, sort out your shit. If you hold yourself up as a pillar of the movement.
Okay. All right, let's see if that works. Okay. Right. So tell me if this sounds good.
Okay, we've got it. We've got the sound on. Any thoughts so far then, Claire? Mainly been me rambling.
No. It's I completely agree with you, but I'll just mention that he's about to go live now-ish. There's some sort of countdown.
Yeah, it's a countdown to millennial, whatever that is. I probably won't be watching it this year. I mean, will you?
Well, I'll be watching. I guess. You see, I haven't heard of any of those people. Did you hear that Lady of Shalott and Amren? Sorry, not Amren. What's his name? Antidem is is have departed this world. Did you
Yeah,
get to that bit?
I'm aware that they've died. Yeah, two
Mhm.
people have died. I guess that's what the in memoriam stream is going to be about.
That's right.
The people who've died.
Hmm.
So yeah, sad stuff. People die. You know, fair enough. I'm not a harsh man. I understand. People die, and for all intents and purposes, I know a lot of people said good things about that Lady of Shalott. So
Yeah.
R.I.P. I guess.
Yes. So, I mean, the presentation matters a lot, and I guess these days you don't really have an excuse for not doing it properly with StreamYard and everything. I mean, even amateurs like me can come up with something, looking halfway professional.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you didn't call it an art project, I wouldn't be so critical. If people like Alan Bastard didn't come in and tell me how wonderful and amazing it is, then I wouldn't feel the need to point out that it's not.
God, it's nerve-wracking.
Good. Okay, right, now we're here to the meat and potatoes. Is it going to be, right, everybody? I'm ready to get on with Millennial. We're in our 11th year. Thank you all for being here. This is a festival of the year. It's the one that you've all been waiting for, that you've all been telling me about. Thank you all for coming, for believing in me, your Lord and Saviour, Millennial Woes, once a year. Is that what it's going to be? And we're going to have a right ripping old time this year. Let's find out.
I feel actually relaxed now compared to 60 seconds ago. I mean, it's a long time. It's been a year. Okay, you nailed it. Way better now. There we go. Yes. Lots of enthusiasm there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for helping me there. I don't know where to begin. I did make some notes for stuff to say. I'll begin by saying this has been a fucking dreadful year for me. Anyone who follows my Substack will have read the roundup of 2025 for me, like my own life and the writing that I've been doing on there. And so I went into stuff there. The strange thing is, and this is sort of preliminary remark, a lot of good things have happened this year, and and some bad things that have nevertheless helped our cause. Some terrible things that have nevertheless helped our cause. And then really it's like it's going from strength to strength. And yet there is a certain pessimism, a certain not defeatism, but people are a bit downbeat. I certainly feel that way. It feels weird that I'm even doing Millennial because there's been so much on my mind. Like up until like this afternoon, I was still setting things up here.
It's not the best start, is it? I mean, oh. Look,
Well, I think you need to speed it up.
Well, I've had enough actually, but look, the question comes: we all have a bad year, or we all have our own troubles. But do you
Yes.
burden, when you are a pillar of the community, should you burden other people with them? Should you offload your troubles onto others, or
No.
I would suggest not. No.
You're supposed to inspire them with ideas and energy and
Yes, you
hope
are.
and ideas. Well, we'll see if there are any new ideas this year. I don't think there will be, just judging by the guest list.
It's what's that
UK
phrase?
column.
What's
Ugh.
that phrase? Noblesse oblige. What does that
Yes.
how does that
It
translate?
means that the aristocracy have own more burdensome obligations than ordinary folk because they have to put on a front and you
Yeah,
know.
you have a duty to act in a certain way, not to be a freaking Debbie Downer, to demoralize, to burden everybody, to offload all your troubles, all your woes. I know it's his brand, God forbid, but
Well, he has to call himself something else, really. Otherwise, he will just keep growing into his name.
I was
But
just
I still
reading.
remember years ago when he was saying, um, my child's going really well and I don't feel depressed anymore. But should I pretend to be depressed to you know, pander to my viewership? And I was so outraged. I was outraged that he even thought of it. But I guess that's how many YouTubers think. Like, whatever will get me the most views, then I'll do it. I'll
No,
pander to them.
you have a duty to demonstrate that you can lift yourself up above the troubles and the stuff and put on the show that everybody expects you to do. Otherwise, you shouldn't fucking do it. There, I've
Well, the
said
thing
it.
is, he's got the brand now, right? Nobody else has, a show as big as his.
Yeah, so you have a duty of care to put on that show.
And have me on.
Oh my God. Well, then have
Or
Claire
have,
Corn.
people, who aren't, well, who are about to be controversial. I mean, eventually people are just going to disagree and have some big idea that everybody else will hate. But, isn't it part of your duty to, you know, um, develop the conversation,
Well,
to
look here.
push the boundaries, etc.?
In fairness, he's putting on the shows. I'm critiquing how it started, and the demoralizing nature of it, the literal horror and murder, death, kill montage that he did as a trailer with like the literal murder of the Ukrainian woman as the centerpiece, and then saying it's the Jews, and then followed by, but then he is putting on the shows. I don't think I'll be watching any of this because
Most of them are unknown.
well, it's not just that. I have moved on. I don't want to listen to people who are just going to complain and say how bad the world is and everything. I've I've had all the red pills. I've eaten them all. I'm aware of everything. Um, this is my
Well,
whole
I suppose we
critique
could
of
make
show.
some effort to see if there are any, if there's a new talent, I guess.
Well, if anybody wants to point out anything to me, if there's anything that's particularly positive that goes on, if there's a stream that's particularly positive, where somebody has some good ideas to share, then let me know and I'll go and watch it. I'll go and review it. Absolutely, 100%. I'm here to listen and learn. I'm standing back and standing by this year. But what I don't want to do is tune in to a bunch of people who just tell me how bad the world is, how many people are getting raped, how many people are getting murdered, all the people who are doing it, how bad it is, how far the replacement has gone along, how there's nothing that we can do about it, and now it's so dire. That's what I don't want to hear. I want to hear about how, you know, plans to win, plans to move forward, plans to lift your own self out of the shit, etc. So if there's any of that, let me know. Yeah. Anyway, let's listen to a little bit more, then we'll get out of here.
So it's weird that I'm now going to be settled into millennial for the next 3 weeks. But anyway, the point is, I think a lot of people feel quite despondent just now.
Why? Why does he say this? Why why do people feel despondent? The zeitgeist of the age is literally with deportation, remigration, things actually in terms of politically probably haven't looked better, in my opinion, for what all these people want. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's sort of like, well, the worse it gets, the better it will be for us because people will be angrier and they're more likely to do stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
And it's a strange thing because we're, on the one hand, there's so much success happening and the word is spreading, as it were, things are developing. And at the same time, I think life is getting harder for everyone. There seems to be a recession on the way, massive recession on the way in Britain and I think in America as well. You'll notice it's not Coca-Cola. I will be drinking Coca-Cola, but this year I've switched to fizzy mineral water, and that's my usual thing nowadays. Where was I? I've forgotten what I was saying. Yeah, so I think things are just getting harder. Life is getting harder, and so it's difficult to be, even though things are going our way. It's kind of difficult to feel that upbeat because I think everyone can feel this.
I
Well,
don't know
it's
what to
just
say.
assumption that people feel, the way he does. But, obviously everything can be interpreted, two ways.
I
But
mean,
I think he's always been downbeat, hasn't he,
of course,
from the
but
beginning?
at once and the same time, both things can be true, though.
Mm.
Like, yes, of course, we're stuck with this Labour government in the UK, but at the same time, the
Things are
talk of the
afoot.
yes, the zeitgeist of the age is literally, even with freaking Labour Party are having to acknowledge all the concerns, like Brutus says all the time. The alt right won effectively. We've won the conversation. They've won the conversation.
They've
Everybody's
got an
talking
alt-right
about it.
president.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as to say that.
Well, I mean, you should hear the way people whinge about ICE. So in a way, you could say that things are going their way. That they've got their president. The deportations are happening. You know,
Yeah, it's how you deal. It's how how you view things as well. I said in the stream yesterday that you can either wake up every morning and check in on how many rapes, how many murders, how many more migrants, how many small boats have come over, and look around and say, I'm not going to fucking tidy up this room until the government fixes everything. Or you have a different outlook on life where you wake up in the morning and you go, I need to get this room freaking cleaned. Otherwise, I'm never going to get out of this shithole. I'm never going to achieve anything. And and it's like just two different frames of mind. And inculcating the first one is a recipe for like real depression. And I don't know what else to say. I think I made my point, haven't I?
yes, you have.
I actually asked Grok, I shared the image with Grok, and I said, how would you describe the living conditions seen here, and what insights does this give about the person?
Please read it out.
And Grok says, the image shows a person sitting in a dimly lit room that appears quite cluttered and disorganized. Here are some observations. Let's just move to lack of cleanliness. The overall appearance suggests that the space may not be regularly cleaned or maintained, as items are piled up and there is a general sense of messiness. Preoccupation and distraction. The extreme clutter and disorganization can indicate that the person is highly focused on other activities, work. Well, I'll leave you to be the judge of that. Hobbies or creative pursuits, and may prioritize these over maintaining an orderly living space. Severe clutter is sometimes associated with stress, anxiety, depression, conditions like hoarding disorder. The person may have a busy, chaotic, or non-traditional lifestyle where conventional tidiness is not a priority. So look. The space reflects chaos and neglect of the physical activity in favor of other priorities or an inability to manage both. Anyway, so that's that's Grok's opinion.
Grok is quite socially aware.
Yeah.
That's quite impressive, I think.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So, look, I think it is going to start soon. Then, has it already started? Millennial this year?
I'm going to have a look.
Let's go and tune it. Oh, it has. Let's tune in live. Here we are. Here we are, everyone. We're live. Let's read the comments here. Let's see what. Here we go. Let's see if Rumble is less laggy than Odyssey. Oh. Leonardo in slot number 3. I don't know what these people are saying. Looks frozen to me. And yet millions have been brought over. Even the leftists own shit that says they are full of shit. Right, okay. Okay, so look, Millennial is about to begin, everybody. You can go over in 17 minutes and get your fill. It's live on Rumble. This is great, say someone special.
16.
Oh, there's a voiceover. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Right, so I think I've said everything I want to say. I'm just going to keep repeating myself. Any final thoughts, Claire, on the welfare check for Millennial Woes this year?
I just want you to say, I just wanted to say that it was just as well that I thought to look at the video before I spoke to you, because it was only when I was watching it on my own that I thought the whole thing was hilarious. But because of the way you presented it, it didn't seem quite so funny. But perhaps it's because I'd already seen it. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious the first time I saw it.
Yeah. I mean, it's essentially
50.
50. It's like for. I mean, this aesthetic in itself is like for whom the bell tolls, like I said last night, isn't it?
Yes. Ask not for whom the bell tolls, for it tolls for you.
Yes. And then we have the swirling clouds around a black hole.
Well, last night's stream inspired me to change my banner on my YouTube channel, and I'm so pleased with it. Because I was looking at, a kind of mock-up of the shed thing, and then I saw a picture and I thought, oh, it's really meant to be a barn, but and then it's meant to be a red barn with pine trees, and then I found a reasonably nice picture of it for my more Christmassy banner.
Oh, his favourite number's coming out here.
What, 16?
14.
14.
Ooh, that had extra
Oh,
sound effects
now
on.
sound effects.
Yes, 14 is his favourite number, you see. 14 words and all that.
Well, I mean, I really
nonsense.
would be interested to know if he has any new ideas this year. And, something about online behavior that I've noticed is that there are certain YouTubers who just want to nanny their viewers. and I think Woes is one of them. It's actually a very unattractive quality, but I guess we get a few types who want to do that.
Do you remember that
Perhaps
guy
as
who
an
was...
assertion of status. I don't know.
Oh, hold on. I'm lucky for some coming up here.
13.
13. Do you remember that guy that we found last year who was sat in the darkness telling us how he loves the Millennial Woes? Do you remember that guy?
Vaguely. And then what? Anything else to add to the story?
No, I would. No, I just mean, and I hate to be that guy, but I mean, like, I don't want to pick fun
Yeah,
on
I
this
mean,
guy.
people do fall in love with, just personalities. There's this name now, right? Parasocial relationships.
Let's wait for number 12.
Okay.
12.
Oh, now you
For
spent
sure,
time
it's,
doing this. Oh
Millennial
my
Woes on
God.
YouTube.
Anyway.
You're probably looking forward to
Oh,
Millennial.
him. Yes, I come back.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
hesitated
do
last year
remember.
to show this guy because I felt like if the guy sees us talking about him, he'll probably top himself. He's that like depressed.
Woes on YouTube. You're probably looking forward to Millennial, which is an annual Yuletide festival of kind of alternative, dissident thinking with a kind of cozy, Christmassy vibe. If you've watched it, you'll be very familiar with it. It's been going for years now. I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty much over the rare times that Millennial Woes does make a video. He used to be much more prolific with his videos on YouTube prior to his...
I mean, poor guy. But this is like, the mentally broken, or I don't mean mentally broken. The type of demoralized character. I don't know. This dude's fair enough. This dude
Yes, they're
seems
all
pretty chill.
demoralizing when you
Fair
think
enough.
about it.
I just mean he's a deeply demoralized character. I'm sorry. And I don't want to
Yeah,
pick on
because
this guy.
you don't think, oh, he's going to achieve great things. He's showing how much Millennial Woes means to him when he was really
yeah, this
depressed,
guy.
and he's a little better now.
his censorship, and this is going back some years.
I
when
think
he was, basically censored off of like lots of social media.
He's basically saying how much millennial means to him. And he's made this 11-minute video to say that, that he's been waiting all year, that he basically has nothing else going on in his life, and millennial is everything to him. And I feel really, really, really sorry for him in a way that I'm struggling to make. I don't want to make fun of the guy, but that's the type of demoralized kind of person that this type of thing inculcates. And I philosophically, politically, fundamentally wish to push back against it. I don't think it's good for anyone.
Well, I mean, if he allowed criticism and people who don't agree with him to engage with him, you'd get more of a spark, I suppose. Because some people just assume that everybody thinks like them, and then they want the same kind of being nannied and protected from mean people who don't agree with you and might hurt your feelings, and and I guess this is the result. Nothing gets discussed properly, and people continue to feel sorry for themselves, blaming the wrong people.
Well, the fundamental aspect of it, like my friend Wyvern the Terrible would say, is that a demoralized people will never amount to anything anyway. If you're demoralized, you're not going to come up with any answers. You're not going to achieve anything. You're going to, well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
because in a way, you're trying to impose your mood on your viewers. The world is this. I see it like that. And you agree with me, don't you? Because that's why you're here. You like me. And if you don't agree with me, then you don't like me, and I don't like you, and you have to go.
Yeah. Anyway, I've said enough. Like it or lump it, everybody. These are my opinions. I felt like I had to share them. It is what it is. Bullying works. Brutus says this all the time. Bullying works. People have to be bullied. It's an old tradition. You have to be brutally honest. We need to get back to saying exactly what we think and then hash it out. If Millennial Woes doesn't like what I'm saying, he should get on a stream and say, that fucking SJJ, what a little shit. How dare he say this about me? Look here, this is what he's saying, the wanker, and we'll have it out, etc. And that's how things used to be done. You have to know.
In a manly, masculine way.
Exactly. That's how it is. So, anyway, Claire Core, thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Claire Core is doing her own Dollar Store Millennial over on her channel, The Office of Secular Quranism.
And I have a Quraniul at 9. So please come. It's a liberal. So just to demonstrate that I am able to talk to people who are diametrically opposed to me. And we'll see how it goes. I've already been on this channel. So this time he's coming to mine.
Yes. I'll paste the link for Claire's channel. It won't be everybody's cup of tea. I'll be brutally honest with you about that. But there it is. She's a good sport. She's part of the furniture of this show once a year. So there's the link to Claire's channel. Whack it up on the screen there if you're watching in the replay. So go and sub to Claire. She sometimes has some good argy-barges with people, I know, but
yes.
Yes.
Thanks, Stephen. I talking about argy-bargies, I did have a go at Vincent today.
Oh, right.
Just because it's the trauma, people have suffered trauma and then they just want to repeat it because it hasn't resolved in their mind. So with Vincent Bruno, my gay streaming partner, I've known him for a few years, and this is what he does. He will just revisit his trauma. He will go on about the things that went wrong and wonder about the same things that are something to do with cults, and never get over it, because he was a victim of his parents taking him to a child psychologist who had some very radical experiments, and he's still traumatized by it. But hopefully, just because I was, being a bit forthright, he may understand himself a bit better. Who knows? But anyway, thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain myself. And yes,
with Vincent,
maybe
gay
talk
and
before too long.
Gay and
your volume sounds quite low again. I don't
Does
know.
it? Can you hear me now?
No.
Better?
I mean, that's probably why I'm talking over you. But I mean, okay, we'll end the stream and you can listen to see if our audio is out of balance again.
Hold on.
Or maybe I just have it too low, because then he goes really loud when
Well, anyway, we're ending the stream. That was it, everybody. Thank you for watching. Do not fear. The end is not near. Do not be demoralized. Say no to demoralization. And if you want, go over and watch Millennial Woes. It's about to start in 5 minutes. Thank you all for coming. See you in the next SJJMAS.
You want your country back? You can't have that. We're saying England is not dead. England lives and marches on. We're saying, and I ask you to say with us, lift up your voices in this meeting in the
There used to be a new star.